Welcome to game 2 of the series. Again, Antilles versus VonIvan. Antilles is U.S. forces this game. VonIvan has chosen Oberkommando West. Goes hard right with his stern pios here in the opening. Skipping past the points right by his base, by the way. Throwing up green cover here by the road. Interesting, very aggressive start to try and shut down Antilles' opening of double rear echelon troops. He was probably expecting one rear echelon troop to go to both flanks, although Antilles actually went hard right, and he's going to be unable to set up his trademark fighting position here in the early game, wherever he normally puts it. I would probably expect him to put it somewhere in this sector. That's sort of his style. So now he's going to have to rotate left since those stern pios shut him down so hard. Second rifle squad on the field, and he's off to already kind of a slow start. VonIvan taking control of the strategic and munitions points here. Right outside of his base, going to connect himself to that fuel very soon as he gets that VP. And VonIvan's probably going to try and set up some defense over here on the right side to make it difficult for Antilles to unseat him. This cutoff, by the way, is kind of annoying to have to try and take because of the OKW base defense right here. So,
target secure. Assembly complete.
both rear echelon troops move to do some capping over there. Forward capping, they'll be able to do so unopposed for now. VonIvan focusing on getting pretty aggressive in this area. Here's the cutoff attempt. Looks like the flak thing doesn't have vision or range. Well positioned by Antilles right there to actually take this point, which can be dangerous to take if you're careless about it, but he's positioned well. Folks Grenadiers engaging against Riflemen, both with green cover. At this range, I think Rifles will win, but Stern Pios, of course, arriving to turn the engagement. These Folks Grenadiers need to reposition. They're in open ground at medium range, so those Riflemen win that easily. Here comes the push by those Sturms. Antilles retargets his Rifleman, takes out one model before being forced to retreat. Two Riflemen go down in exchange. Pretty even trade. What is VonIvan doing? Okay, there's the retreat. Finally. And there's a retreat from Antilles, apparently. VonIvan's going to take a little bit of time to reconnect himself to his resources. I don't think capturing this center VP actually connects him to anything. I guess I'm not actually sure if it does or not. I guess we're about to find out. Folks Grenadiers are about to get pushed away from this cutoff, and the two rear echelon troops are doing great work on the left, getting all that territory captured completely unopposed. Antilles definitely getting a good return on that investment to go double rear echelons for capping power. Gets all that territory taken, and VonIvan is now going to move to try and cut that off with these two squads. Gets this reconnected, but Riflemen are harassing the fuel point, so at no point has VonIvan really had any high fuel coming in. And there's the 4th Rifle Squad for Antilles.
MG-34 heavy machine guns are now available. Command half-track has been permanently established as a static post.
I heard a mine. What just hit a mine? What was that? Oh, rear echelons hit a mine and only dropped one model. Good job, rear echelon minesweeper without a minesweeper. Luftwaffe chosen by VonIvan throws an MG-34 to the right side. Try and continue defending this area. Should be able to at least hold those Riflemen in green cover while Folks Grenadiers move to retake that fuel. A couple squads over here taking control of the munitions victory and strategic points as well. Rear echelon's probably going to lose to these Folks Grenadiers. Apparently a grenade. Wow. Alright. Clearly Antilles was not expecting to eat a grenade with those rear echelon troops. Normally I would consider that a waste of munitions, but since he got the wipe, alright. He's only got 17 munitions coming in though, because he's got fuel transfer going, trying to get out a really quick AA half-track. It's taking a little while because he doesn't have a fuel point yet. Has to retreat a Folks Grenadiers squad from this engagement. Stern Pios will probably be next. Folks Grenadiers do get away. AA half-track is going to be queued up, I assume, next, as soon as he's got the fuel for it, and he's about to have this fuel point captured. So that should help. Antilles has still not restored that cutoff. Where are they going? Antilles, you need this fuel. I guess capturing this victory point would connect him too, but he was really close to capturing that. I don't know why he left the capture circle. Folks Grenadiers in green cover here against unvetted riflemen. This could be a not that close engagement. I think these riflemen will win. Maybe. I don't know. Engagement seems to actually be going really well for those Folks Grenadiers. Wow, riflemen are going to lose that. Grenade to seal the deal. Antilles will dodge this time. He's keeping his eye out for grenades now. Here's a cutoff attempt by these riflemen. They will be successful for now. There are stern pilots here in the base to push that away, though, soon. And there goes that Folks Grenadier squad as well.
Supply half-track is ready for orders. Half-track.
There's the AA half-track to push away that rifle squad here in the middle. Sticks around for the cutoff. I hope it doesn't cost him that squad, though. It's falling dangerously low. There's also some Folks Grenadiers in the retreat path. Oh, man, that could be a wipe if those Folks Grenadiers move to go for the lucky snipe on red cover. Here it comes. Both of them missed their shot. They both missed the second volley, too. And that rifle squad gets away. It's a miracle escape from a two-man Folks Grenadier squad. That Folks Grenadier squad has to retreat away from this captain. That's 4 riflemen and a captain on the field now. The only wipe so far this game that I'm aware of is a rear echelon troop squad. Otherwise, no wipes on either side. Just model losses being exchanged. It's currently probably pretty even. Maybe not. VonIvan actually quite in the lead. Now if there's a flag half-track on the field, it might get even worse. This is actually a good test of my theory that Tier 3 might not be a great choice against Antilles' build. So far, it seems to be off to a pretty okay start. He's going to clean up that fighting position. That's an easy thing to pick up with the flag half-track, although he probably shouldn't sit right in front of the 50 cal. There he goes. Antilles trying to get some munitions under control over here. Rear echelons on the flank of that machine gun don't seem to be sufficient to convince it to reposition. With their minesweeper, they're doing pretty pathetic damage, so it is not backing up. Folks Grenadiers coming to try and put additional pressure on that captain. There's the retreat from VonIvan. I guess he decided he doesn't want to risk any bazooka snipes. Just gonna get that machine gun out of there. Over here, the flak half-track. Taking kind of a long time to destroy that fighting position. I think it might be inside of its minimum range, so he's having to manually destroy it with attack ground. MG34 does suppress that rifle squad. Pios move into short range on these riflemen and force that retreat. And Folks Grenadiers push away those riflemen over there. Stern Pioneers taking control of the center. So VonIvan seems to have won engagements on all fronts, and Antilles is retreating everything back into his base. Which is a pretty bad situation to be in. I assume he's going Stuart this game. He just now collected the 70 fuel he needs for it. It's a 9-minute Stuart. If he does go Stuart, any major tier, there it is, Stuart in production. Any major tier stuff is going to be very late this game. He's not going to have Shermans in a very reasonable amount of time, and VonIvan has already prepared himself for that Stuart with the first Panzerschreck right there. Might consider throwing down some mines. He's got 30 munitions right now. I think he might have left fuel transfer on even now. Yeah, even after fielding that flak half-track, he still has fuel transfer going. So he doesn't have very much munitions for Shreks or mines. He's probably going to need a Rakettenwerfer to kill that Stuart. But one Panzerschreck should be sufficient to keep it back. There goes all of VonIvan's munitions on a grenade right there, which Antilles does dodge. And again, Antilles needs to win this game with 405 VPs to get faction selection in Game 3, and it's looking more and more like that's not going to happen. Only 20 victory points left before he loses the victory point lead, and he's triple capped, so pretty much guaranteed VonIvan will get faction selection in Game 3 at this rate. Here comes the Stuart. The AA half-track is making its way back into the base. Puma on the field for VonIvan to punish the decision to go Stuart rather than waiting for Panther or Jagdpanzer or something. Kind of a bold play. Puma gets one shot on the Stewart. Two shots on the Stewart. Both bazooka shots miss. That could be a dead Stewart. It's probably a dead Stewart. Here comes the third shot. At range. No snipe. Puma's going to go deep and look for an opportunity. He knows his opponent hasn't planted any mines. There are infantry company mines. Antilles hasn't picked his commander yet, though. He's probably going to suffer engine damage because of this really deep flank. Kind of a risky play by that Puma. He does have vision of the Stewart right there. He's receiving some hasty repairs. He's going to have to get that thing to safety. Currently, he's tied up in an engagement over here on the right side. That Puma might go down. Captain is moving to try and punish it for this deep flank, and nothing is on its way to rescue except for this blob, which doesn't look like it's going to get there in time. I think that Puma is dead, and the Stewart is going to be fine. So that attack didn't go quite as planned, apparently. Stewart is fully repaired, and that Puma is screwed. I think. Okay, it dies to small arms fire, actually, not another Stewart shot. Volksgrenadiers continue working this cutoff over here. That is a pretty significant fuel setback for VonIvan, who's actually going to go with a second Puma, apparently. Hopefully he'll use this one a little more carefully. This rescue operation didn't arrive quite in time. Flak half-track in this blob of stuff couldn't save the day, but VonIvan still has absolutely supreme map control. Hurting for munitions, Antilles can't afford very many LMGs if that's the route he chooses, which he just did. He can afford 2, so he buys 2 LMGs on 1 rifle squad. I think. No, he bought 1 on each. Okay, 1 LMG on each rifle squad.
The capture point is being overrun.
And that's pretty much all of his munitions gone after doing that. So he's gonna have to make that work.
Green as green can be. Well, grab your shit and follow me. Points are down to 300.
Puma gets the new Puma gets a shot off on that Stewart. Second shot misses, pulls back away from that AT gun from Antilles. Shot does not connect. Black half-track forces the rifleman from that building. These 2 squads definitely have to retreat, though. Stern Pyros in particular falling low. VonIvan, don't lose those Sturms! There's the retreat. Volksgrenadiers set up in green cover over here. There is a shoe mine right there. Pretty aggressive shoe mine placement. Nicely done. Antilles does have 1 minesweeper left sitting here in the center. VonIvan continues to have a huge map control advantage right now, though. I think he might still have fuel transfer going, yeah. He's not really investing much into munitions. I've seen him toss like 2 grenades, plant 1 mine, and get 1 Panzer Strike. Other than that, he doesn't have a whole lot of munitions. Starting to float a little bit of manpower. I wonder if he's going to consider a Fallschirmjäger squad, maybe. Had to spend a little bit on Stern Pyro reinforcement, though. Cut-off maneuver by Antilles here. Volksgrenadiers should be able to push that away. It's just a minesweeper squad. Defensive stance rifleman getting slowly picked off by that Puma. This squad is dangerously low. I hope that Puma doesn't get a miracle snipe and like wipe that squad. Coaxial machine gun will probably be sufficient to force that retreat, but an AT gun is set up firing at that Puma, which needs to back off. There it goes.
Task complete. Crew ready.
Volksgrenadiers taking control of the fuel. The Stewart moves down the center. VonIvan doing a lot of reinforcement and healing here in the base. Volksgrenadiers may not be able to hold this position. Flak half-track supporting though. Could turn the engagement. He needs to be careful not to shoot his own Volksgrenadiers here. Doesn't really have a clear line on that rifle squad. Oh, gets a couple bursts off and they are suppressed. Here comes the Stuart. Where's the Puma? Puma's nowhere nearby to support that flak half-track. Does not have smoke and is probably going to go down. Found an opening. Flak half-track needs vet 1. Doesn't have it. Oh, that Stuart is so close to hitting that shoe mine. I think it might. Oh, there it is. Engine destroyed. Volksgrenadiers have to retreat from the Stuart, but with it having its engine destroyed, it's going to take a second to apply duct tape. I think that Puma might be able to get there in time. Duct tape applied. Stuart's trying to drive away. Puma chasing hard. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. He might pick that Stuart and ambulance up. There's the attempt at the snipe. Misses. One more shot. There it is. Probably has vision on that ambulance too. He's going to stick around and try and snipe it. Gets it. Destroyed engine though, and an AT gun shooting at him. Pop smoke to try and get to safety. I think he'll get away. Maybe. I don't know. He has to skirt that rifle squad. Oh, man. Very, very close. Puma gets away. Flak half-track down. Puma down. VonIvan is definitely significantly behind for vehicles now, though. He's lost a lot of stuff. Antilles has still not made a major, I don't think, though. No, so he can't make any vehicles other than a priest, which would be rather dangerous with a Puma on the field.
A capture point is under attack. Flankers! Under fire!
And he's still pretty much just boxed into his base.
Grenade! Right. We're on it.
Volksgrenadiers and Fallschirmjäger move to take control of the left side VP and get those victory points, taking against the Antilles again. MG defending in the center. This harassment of the right side looks like it will go unopposed for now, while VonIvan does some reinforcement and healing in his base.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Our lines have been cut. Americans are making a push.
Incendiary rounds on that rifleman squad. Can't suppress it because of defensive stance. And the machine gun actually gets suppressed. Fallschirmjäger going to force a retreat from the vehicle crew and captain over here on the left side, though, and the triple cap is still going against Antilles. It's taking quite a long time to get everything back under control. Trying to work on resources first, try and maybe get to major tech, I guess. Spent quite a bit of manpower on captains here, though. 2 AT guns now and a pack howitzer. Not that those are bad decisions on this map by any means, it's just a lot of manpower. And that quantity of team weapons might be a little bit vulnerable to Fallschirmjäger too later in the game. They find opportunities against them. The game is kind of sticking in the mid-game for a really long time because of VonIvan's loss of 2 vehicles, but simultaneously extremely good map control. So Antilles is delayed in teching up because he just can't get a fuel point, and VonIvan is delayed in teching up because he blew all of his fuel on 2 dead vehicles, which is making this a very infantry-based game on Crossing in the Woods, which is kind of fun actually. Fallschirmjäger engaging against this rifle squad in yellow cover. Captain gets a lucky snipe on these guys, which should definitely retreat. Run! VonIvan! No! What is this late retreat? There they go. I don't think they're going to get away from that Thompson. I don't know, they might. Oh my god, I can't believe that's alive. Wow. Tier 4 from VonIvan, by the way. Maybe he's going to go Panther next. I'm not sure. He might feel tempted to do that to shut down a priest if Antilles does field one. it goes major, it's still going to be quite some time before any actual tanks arrive.
Combat promotion received. Taking fire.
Pack howitzer fires at his Volksgrenadiers. Obersoldaten on the field now with LMGs to engage at range. And Volksgrenadiers are going to retreat away from those Volksgrenadiers. Pack howitzer firing on those. Oh jeez, Volksgrenadiers does huge damage. There's the retreat. Fortunately, they don't quite get wiped. Pack howitzer actually got slightly nerfed, I think, recently. I mean, not the vanilla pack howitzer, but the Vet 2 pack howitzer would have, like, for 100% sure wiped that squad, for example. Now it doesn't get that bonus anymore at Vet 2. Unless you use the manual barrage or something like that. I don't know, something like that. Just another one of the Relic's many changes to try and reduce the occurrence of one-hit wipes, which I think are good changes. Obersoldaten doesn't have to retreat away from this stuff. Fallschirmjäger retreating away from the center. MG34 firing on these rifles, and off they go. Antilles has stopped the clock. Oh, something just got wiped. What just got wiped? I don't know. I heard him say enemy infantry neutralized, but I'm not sure what it was. I still see 4 Volks, 1 over Sturmpyos. Oh, the Fallschirmjäger. Fallschirmjäger just got wiped. That's a pretty good pickup for Antilles. I didn't even see that happen. Right there. Looks like a pack howitzer shot. There's their little FG-42.
Receiving effective fire! Infantry! Our resource sector has been cut off from our supply chain. They're burning up ammo! Just stay low and watch for orders!
Field promotion.
Send your orders!
And once again, I'm sort of just left wondering what VonIvan's going for. I think Panther, judging by his current fuel count. Either Panther or he's going to go straight for King Tiger. King Tiger's going to take a little while, and he's kind of struggling now a little bit against Antilles' just massive infantry army. The 2 AT guns obviously are going to keep that Puma from doing anything too aggressive. The pack howitzer has wiped one squad now. Fallschirmjäger pretty expensive, and it's just a sheer quantity of LMG riflemen is making it a little difficult for VonIvan to deal with just using vanilla Volksgrenadiers. He does have an Ober squad though. Obers will still be a very powerful tool, as you can see. And they're shredding that rifle squad, which is gonna get what is this late retreat? Antilles, run! There's Obers shooting at you. They're dead. Time on target artillery just got dropped on Antilles' own cutoff. I don't think there was any real chance of VonIvan not noticing that, and Volksgrenadiers are clearing so many team weapons. AT gun cleared. Second AT gun is walking right towards them. Captain retreating through them too. This flank is just devastating. Everything is gonna die. There go both of Antilles' AT guns, and they're gonna get salvaged probably. Although under AT gun, under pack howitzer fire, that actually hurt a little bit. He's gonna retreat just to be safe. He doesn't want to salvage with that pack howitzer shooting at him. He's gonna take the chance though with his Sturms. I think they'll probably be okay. Pack howitzer is not even firing. And one AT gun is stolen, the other one's salvaged. Horrible engagement for Antilles, and VonIvan will get full control of the right side. Over here on the left, the vehicle crew is going to get pushed away by a fresh squad of Fallschirmjäger. And I am now pretty sure VonIvan's going for King Tiger, which I don't think Antilles will have any real counter to. He has gone major with what little fuel he could get together. And a Sherman is now on the field. I don't think that Sherman's going to do very... That's a 25-minute late Sherman. I don't think it can do anything against a stolen American AT gun, one Panzerschreck, and a Puma. Vet 1 Puma. That's definitely more than VonIvan needs to handle the threat of one Sherman. He could probably hunt it and kill it. He doesn't even need to just push it away with that Puma. Highly mobile anti-Sherman unit, as long as it falls to about half and the Puma is at full I'll have a pretty good chance of kiting that Sherman to death, as long as he's careful. More careful than he was with his first Puma, which he has been. The second Puma has had a much longer lifetime.
Target captured. No enemy contact.
But it's looking like this game is over unless that Sherman pulls off some miracle plays. He's gonna have to wipe like 5 squads with that Sherman just to have a chance. He still has 171 VPs to work with. The game's not over yet. It's just that he's gonna have to play a pretty miraculous game from this point forward. No HE shells. There's the switch. Late switch. He should have had those already equipped for this. There's almost no reason to ever have armor piercing equipped against OKW. Because your odds of penetrating a Panther, even with like, you shouldn't be going up against a Panther anyway. There's no reason to switch to armor piercing against a Puma because HE will always penetrate. So there's just leave HE shells on. That doesn't accomplish anything to switch to armor piercing at all. You don't need armor piercing for the flak, half-track, Puma, or Kuba wagon, and you're probably not going to be beating a Panther. Certainly not a King Tiger. So yeah, just put HE shells on and just don't worry about it. Against Oster Tier 3, armor piercing rounds are great, but over Commando West, there's almost no reason ever. Unless you're against elite armor and Panzer IVs get fielded, then okay. In that situation, armor piercing rounds might make sense. That's a very niche situation that you don't see very frequently. Vehicle crew might recover this AT gun. Caught it a little overextended, but those grease guns are not exactly proving very effective. Over here on the right side, there's some Sturms. MG34 to shut down this push for the VP. Triple cap is still going. Wow, what was that? Was that a rifle squad? Wow. Go Fallschirmjäger, just wiped a rifle squad with LMGs. Volksgrenadiers move to recover. And these riflemen get pinned. The Sherman is moving to push that machine gun away. Puma is positioned for this. Sherman might dive that Puma. Puma kind of a late reaction, but 2 shots just penetrated. Now he's reversing. He could maybe try aimed shot. Doesn't have the munitions for it, though. Has to just try and kite that Sherman to death. Try and get to a safe distance. All shots penetrating that Sherman. I can't believe this. Pop smoke. There it is. And it dies to the Tier 4 structure. That is almost certainly GG. I don't think there's anything that Antilles can do.
Army group neutralized. Shut up.
Keep up the pressure. Do not let anyone get away.
Oh, the looks. That's true. That is probably the one unit actually where armor piercing rounds make sense. Correct. I stand corrected. That's a good point.
The battle is about to commence.
Thank you, chat. Keeping me honest.
Make safe and prepare to move.
Checking me. Checking my knowledge. It's because I don't see the looks that frequently. OKW, first of all, I barely see OKW, and when I do say OKW, I don't see that much Tier 4, Tier 2 to Tier 4. Usually it's Tier 3. But, you know.
Ready for action.
Americans have 50 points remaining.
Get fire on that infantry. Protect the flank.
Price says that VonIvan is trolling me in his stream. He's like watching the game and making fun of me. Screw you, VonIvan. Don't be mean. Don't be hating. I have no idea what VonIvan is actually saying, but according to Price, it's truly hilarious stuff. Anyway, it looks like this game's over. 15 points remaining. Well played, VonIvan, taking the series 2-0. Shutting Antilles down hard. Antilles had a pretty respectable run, beat 2 challengers, nothing wrong with that. Good start to Star-Crossed Kings, and from this point, it's going to be VonIvan defending his throne. He is the new king All hail King VonIvan. Let's open up the raffle and see who wants to take him down.